Good morning. God bless you. Welcome to Saturday. Grab a cup of coffee with me and let's spend a couple of minutes talking about this idea of unity in the church as we walk through these unparalleled days, both in the church and in our private lives. Unity, what a wonderful, powerful, incredible concept and commodity to a community of believers. What a powerful idea that we can be of such different background and ethnicities and ideas, and yet we can be unified at the exact same time as we walk through life and as we do ministry as a body, not a disjointed group, but as a body working together for a common purpose. What an enabling principle that we as a united body of believers can do so much together. That makes unity a priority, doesn't it? For the next couple of weeks, I told you I don't want to only remind you that unity is important, but I want to do a study with you talking about what destroys unity and what are some of the practical things that can actually hurt our unity. These are things that I want to encourage us to guard against so that we can achieve all of the purposes that God has for us living as unified believers. Today, I want to remind you of the significance of having unified vision. Every church, every ministry team must have and recite a unified vision. We have to have a rally point in the local church that we can all pull around. This is the wrong time to abandon the vision of the church. Pastor, God gave you vision for what it is that you're doing. When God gave you vision for what it is that you're doing, He knew these days were coming. Don't abandon your vision. Don't run away from that. Those things that you said that God spoke to you, this is the day to lean into those things. On the wall of your lobby, it says some things that you put on that wall. This is the day to remember that and to call your people and to rally your people around the vision that God gave you a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 25 years ago. That vision statement is valuable to you right now. And we need to be emphasizing the value of unified vision in your leadership. Now, today I want to look at a well-known story that's going to help us understand this well-known story is going to help us understand the value of unified vision in leadership. I want to talk to you about Moses and Aaron. In Exodus chapter 4, verses 22 through 23, it says this, "Then say to Pharaoh, this is what the Lord says, Israel is my firstborn son. And I told you, let my son go so he may worship me. But you refused to let him go. So I will kill your firstborn son." This is in chapter 4. This is before all the confrontations between Moses and Pharaoh. This is before all of those conversations that took place between Aaron and Pharaoh. This is before all of the story and all of the plagues. Let my people go so that they may worship me. And this is vision given from God to Moses, a statement for the exodus of Israel from Egypt. Moses and Aaron are going to restate this vision over and over and over in the chapters that follow. Chapter 5 and 7 and 8, 9, 10. This vision is just going to continue to be restated and restated and restated. And the result of unified vision and restating the vision is that there is victory and there is deliverance and there is freedom for Israel. What an amazing thing. Let my people go so they may worship me. And Moses and Aaron would add this phrase, in the wilderness, that they may worship me in the wilderness. This is the rally point, worshiping the Lord. This is the goal. This was the motivation. This is what made the sacrifice of making extra bricks with no straw. This is what made that possible. There was a rallying point. There was a vision. There was a let's get out of here to go worship the Lord. It motivated the people. It's what wore Pharaoh down. It's what created excitement in Israel, and it's what created fear in Egypt. It caused others who were non-Jews to put themselves in the mix and to join in on the Exodus. This vision was powerful. and it was spoken in unity, and it had an amazing result. Vision, my friend, is what gives the calendar at your church purpose. Vision is what allows budget decisions to be made. Vision is what drives all your staffing decisions. Vision is what determines how the facility is used and by whom. Vision unifies. Vision pulls us together. Vision puts us in one spot, puts us on the same square, looking at the same set of circumstances in a unified manner. It keeps everybody moving in the same direction. This is what keeps selfishness and selfish ambition from taking root in the church, is a unified vision. Unified vision is a key component that moves us from asking, what do I want, which is a preference statement, to what is best for the organization, which is an overall vision statement. The health of vision is paramount to success. Vision is a key component of unity. Vision gives direction and makes unity a possibility. Leaders always speak the language of vision. Leaders don't say things like, I feel, what I want, my preference is. We must watch making emotional decisions in the day and age in which we live. Let's make decisions based on the vision that God has given us for the ministry responsibility that we have been entrusted. Leaders speak the language of vision. The answer to the question is vision. The answer to the issue is vision. The answer to the varying opinions that come to you on multiple sides of the same issue, your answer, leader, pastor, is vision. The answer to the problem, the answer to the complaint, the answer to the preference is vision. When vision is absent, it manifests in three key ways, and we see each of these in this well-known story that takes place in Exodus chapter 32. In our story now, Moses is on the mountain with God, doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. Aaron is with the people, doing what he's supposed to be doing. The people come with varied opinions and start to make some demands on Aaron. This is a crucial moment in the story. It's a good time for Aaron to remember and to recite the vision, because it's going to unify the people. They're now in the wilderness. They have achieved arrival in the wilderness. They are in the wilderness to worship the Lord. And that's what Aaron should have said. We are here to worship the Lord. Don't you remember how many times we told you we're leaving Egypt to go to the wilderness to worship the Lord? But that's not how he responded. Instead of responding to the people when they come and they say, make gods to go before us, he doesn't say, we're here to worship the Lord. He says, break the gold out of your ears. Look what happens. First of all, there are misdirected actions. In verse 1 of chapter 32, it says, when the people saw that Moses was so long coming down from the mountain, they gathered around Aaron and said, come make gods who will go before us. As for this fellow Moses who brought us up out of Egypt, we don't know what's happened to him. This was brought on by a leader not being clear about the vision. It's brought on by people's opinions and demands in a time of difficulty and a time of confusion. The issue could have been resolved by restating the vision and reestablishing the unity around the action of worshiping the Lord. We are in the wilderness to worship the Lord. That's what we're going to do. Now be quiet, go back to your tents. Tomorrow morning we're going to rise, we're going to have a festival, and we're going to worship the Lord. The people came with their preferences, they came with their opinions, and they weaponized their preference with spiritual language. It's the same thing that's happening across our world today. Leaders don't abandon the vision in times of difficulty. Leaders don't abandon the vision when people have varying opinions. People, when they bring ideas, when they bring suggestions, when they bring complaints, leaders don't abandon the vision, because the vision is what unifies. Quote the vision with clarity as a rallying point to ensure unity in times of difficulty. Every objection, every question, every controversy, the answer is vision. If you answer with your opinion, you lose, because your opinion is not as strong as the vision that God has given you for your organization. When you battle opinions, yours is just as strong as mine. They're just opinions. When you listen to the pressure, you're going to end up making golden calves. And in the end, thousands of people are going to get hurt. Vision is the responsibility of leadership. The followers don't ever determine the vision. Vision comes through leadership from God to you. Don't forget to hang on to the vision. Second thing that we always see happen is misdirected faith. In verse 4 of Exodus 32, he took what they had handed him, and he made it into an idol and cast it in the shape of a calf, fashioned it with a tool. And he said, "These are your gods, O Israel, who brought you up out of Egypt." We're talking about a misdirected faith. All of a sudden now, faith is being misspent, is being misdirected, just simply because we didn't have a reinstatement of a God-given vision. People's faith is going to be misdirected. And finally, we see misdirected values. In chapter 32 of Exodus, verse 5, when Aaron saw this, he built an altar in front of the calf and announced, "Tomorrow there will be a festival to the Lord." This is a classic example of double vision. If today you were looking at me and you saw two of me, you would adjust your screen. You would adjust your phone. You would adjust your computer. You would know that there was something drastically wrong if you saw two of me. If you looked and your screen was blurred or your phone was blurred, you would excuse yourself. You would look for some help. You would put on a pair of glasses. You would do something to try and fix the vision that is blurred. It's perfectly normal to try and seek help when your vision isn't clear. Nearsighted, farsighted, blurred vision. We get glasses, we get LASIK, whatever. When we lack the clarity of vision, we're going into the wilderness to worship the Lord. When we lack that kind of clarity and things get blurred and things get fuzzy, and all of a sudden there becomes double vision, it gives way to an attitude of allowing a celebration of something that is not only wrong, it just was unholy. It was unholy. We're going to sacrifice to this calf, and we're going to worship this calf, and we're going to say this is the God who brought us up out of Egypt. Pastor, vision unifies us. Vision directs us. Vision is essential. One of the components that always destroys unity is when leaders abandon God-given vision in the midst of difficult, confusing, uncertain, uncharted times. God bless you, Pastor. Lead them well, lead them with vision, and lead them in unity.